Okay, confessional time. So there was a lot that happened today. Let me just start off by saying I'm so grateful that we had the rendezvous today. I really feel like if we would have gone to the crossroads one more time, I would have been voted out. Super thankful that John got voted out. Just to be honest, like he kind of shot himself in the foot. When you so clearly out there say, hey, I'm fully turning on those before, I'm with you guys, like you immediately give the impression that you're just gonna go wherever the wind blows. To me, it was best to just zip my mouth. So at Crossroads, John was just talking. And I just kind of let him. I feel like he literally buried his own grave. The move that saved me was Robin deciding to vote. It would have been a tie. So him choosing to vote saved me. I am so thankful for that. So I already told him how thankful I was, and I hope that us coming together in the rendezvous, my original Kibo tribe is seeing that I'm loyal. I voted with them. Crossroads got a little bit heated. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, but I don't blame them. I think it was very clear that it's 5-4. It was 5-4. So Lainey really tried to kind of speak up about making a big move. Carl did the same thing. But let's be honest. You're saying that because you know you're in the minority. If you were in the majority, you wouldn't be saying that. So to me, it was not about timing. Am I totally willing to make a big move? Absolutely. If there's an opportunity to make a big move on this next one, I'm hoping that I can get a few to be solid. Let's be real. There's 5 of us against 3 now because Michael was voted out. So with that, the 5 is eventually going to have to turn on each other. So to me, I want to establish like a solid 3 out of that 5. So hopefully I can make that connection tomorrow. I feel like I owe Robin, but at the same time, if I make a connection with like Sneha and Jordan, and it's the 3 of us, I'm okay with that. I need to do what's going to get me furthest, but I also really want to be loyal with those that have had my back. And I know I'm saying that because Robin had my back. And so if I were to pick the ideal 3 right now, would be me, Sneha, and Jordan. If it becomes me, Sneha, and Robin, or me, Jordan, and Robin, I'm okay with that too. But I want to solidify a 3. Notice I didn't say Danielle's name. I like Danielle. I think she's great. We've obviously been playing numbers together. The whole her and John thing worried me. It just did. So, and hearing the game of how she like backstabbed him and blindsided him, that tells me she's willing to do that in this game. And so I just need to be careful with that. And I think that's why I'm not bringing up her name. In Crossroads, it obviously wanted to be pitched. Lainey was pitching like I've been talking game to her. We talked about John. So I know that she was trying to create some kind of crack or make them think that I could be working with them. So I really quickly wanted to make it clear I'm not. So I'm happy with the way things went today. I'm excited that I am in the rendezvous. I want to keep going, but I'm super excited that I've gone to this point. So we will see what happens tomorrow.
Expedition, I am exhausted. It has been like a totally long day. I am so tired. I was going to be late for the challenges. I had to message production, and they extended things by a few minutes for me. My sister got all of my stuff ready for me, so as soon as I got there, I rushed into everything to get ready. I started off everything in video chat with my party off over my phone, driving on the highway. It's been a crazy day, needless to say. I am so tired. We went in there and we ended up winning at the end. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I had to cover my eyes and just pray that I heard my party be like, yes. And thank goodness Jordan won. I could not go to Crossroads. I do not know where the loyalties stand with Kibo. Like, our second Crossroads, they're pulling out, Lainey's pulling out, oh, Danielle and Sneha and Jordan are so tight, and that Ariana and Robin are at the bottom. I actually disagree with that. I actually think I'm on the bottom. If everyone thinks I'm on the top, that's actually amazing because that makes me look good, but I actually don't feel that way. Normally I would feel that way in a lot of different circumstances, but right now I don't. I think me and Sneha are tight, but I honestly think all of the women are trying to be Robin's number one. Robin's in a really good position. He's a very smart player. He's building his resume now. He definitely, hands down, just saved Ariana. Jon Snow went home. Robin, instead of taking the exemption, he gave his vote, and they obviously got Lainey to vote to keep Ariana. So that was huge. That was honestly huge. That was a mistake by the Shira tribe. Maybe, I guess. I guess it doesn't really matter that much because, I mean, Ariana's a smarter player, but John would have been a target no matter what. I probably would have myself got rid of Ariana because John would have been someone to cover up, like, what do you call it? He would have been a buffer, basically. Like, I wanted Jon Snow to go. Like, don't get me wrong. For my game, it was really good. For all of their games, they probably could have used him because everybody wanted him gone. But whatever. Jon Snow's gone. He needed to go. I was done with him. So, bye-bye, Jon Snow. We go into the next thing. Jordan crushes it between her and Trent. And she gets immunity, and then we go to the Crossroads. In the meantime, I wasn't really chatting too much with everybody. I was on the lookout for that hidden advantage compass. I wasn't feeling like I had anything to worry about at Crossroads, and then we go in there, and Lainey starts pointing out that she thinks me, Sneha, and Jordan are on the top, which I think is crazy. Like I said, I think I'm on the bottom of all of them. I might not be on the bottom of them, but that is definitely how I feel, or pretty damn close. I think all the women are loving Robin. Robin's in a super good position. I believe that me and Sneha could have something, but I can tell Sneha always wants to, like, go and chat. I don't know, like, I'm pretty good at reading people, and I think she's really trying to be close with Jordan, and she's trying to be close with Robin. But who knows? Maybe she is more loyal to me. I don't know. Ariana for sure is loyal to Robin all the way, and Jordan I'm pretty sure too. And Jordan I think is loyal to Sneha potentially the most, and Robin. But who knows? I actually have no idea. I did want to work with Trent since the beginning of this game. That has never been a lie. So when I was talking to him, everything I was saying there was true. So when their votes came out and they were voting me and one vote went to Robin, I think potentially the vote that went to Robin could have been Trent. I guess I'll find out once I talk to everybody tomorrow and get a chance to have some one-on-ones. Obviously, I won't be looking for anything then. I definitely need to have conversations, especially since my name came up 3 times. I can only pray that I do not end up in the jury next, especially with those 3 votes on me. Of course, like everyone said, it would be easy to just take out the other party right now. Of course it would be. I want to see the other party go. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, are we going to stay 5 strong forever? Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. But at this point, now that they all voted me out, I'm in a little bit of a screwed up position because why would I want to work with them? Either that's a strategy for them to make me feel like I'm the weakest link or I'm the strongest link. Like, I feel like because they voted me, they think I'm the strongest out of that, which is really weird. And it could be because I talk a lot. That's the only thing I can think, and I'm very vocal and out there. Other people say stuff, but I think I'm a lot more forward, and that potentially could be working against me. I just can't help it. Actually, I've been holding back a lot more than my normal self. So, that being said, I don't know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. Just hope I don't go. I searched for hours. I've been searching for this hidden advantage. I've gotten to, basically, it's like Kamuna Booba Hut or something on Mount K in Australia. Like, it's got to be something to do with that. I just cannot find it on social media. It makes sense. This hut is red. It's on the mountain summit. It is a safety beacon for people that go up the mountain. I just have a really good feeling that that's what it is or has to do with. But can I find a picture or a post that has something that's like, hey, this is the hidden advantage? I can't find anything. When I tell everybody that I'm not good on social media, like, that's a complete lie. I am so good on the internet. I am a really good computer person. So the fact that I can't find this is literally driving me nuts. I should be going back and watching the seasons more, but anything I watched from previous expeditions, it never said how they found the advantage or whatever. So I don't think there's anything there that could really help me. I've been telling other people about the clues due to the fact that I want, like, only people that I want to get them, because if I don't want anyone on Share to have it, except for maybe Trent. I would be okay with him having it. I'm really hoping Carl goes in the morning because he is a threat, but will Kibo stay 5 strong? I don't know. They might flip on me now. And frankly, I don't like Lainey anymore whatsoever. I wanted to work with her potentially, but I feel like she was really trying to get me out, and that's not good for me. So Lainey and Carl are my 2 targets at this point. I am hoping to stay Kibo strong, which is not super fun. I'm someone that definitely likes to mix things up, but Carl's a strong player, and Lainey just pissed me off. So I guess we'll see. Things might have to change, like I said, once again. But right now, that's how I'm feeling, and I just don't want to go. Hopefully, I get some more time tonight to look for that, and I find a compass, or magically one just appears in my inbox or my messages, because I need it. Somebody, like, is there an audience vote? No, probably not. Like, I need this. I do not want to leave. But anyways, I am feeling like this is a super long story time as it is. So I'll leave everything at that and just pray that I am still in the game at the end of the day tomorrow. Good night, guys.
All right, guys. So we just got out of the exemption challenge, and we pulled it off. Team Kibo pulled it off. I was the last leg, and oh my goodness, I was screaming on the inside. I really, really thought that I was going to lose it for my team. I was getting so nervous. I caught up to Trent pretty quick, but it was just so hard getting that ball on top of the cup. Oh my goodness. But I ended up getting it done, and we ended up winning. Great. I'm so happy. So when we went back to camp, it was pretty quiet. Base camp was quiet until Robin came back and gave us a scoop. And the person that I wanted to get out since day one went home. Jon Snow. Sorry, man. Oh, y'all, I just won individual exemption. Oh my God, I won the first one. When I tell y'all, I was so stressed, very stressful. Oh my goodness. Like, a couple of those I did have to guess, and I guessed right. Thank goodness. Trent, I don't know how we did it, but we did it. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Okay, guys, so round 2, I ended up winning individual immunity. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So I was safe. When we got back to base camp, I only got to talk to people who were really in my original party. The only person that I got to talk to was Trent and KF. And those 2 really weren't on my radar. I knew that I wanted to work with them too. I know I definitely wanted to work with KF. So I knew that he was okay. time flew by so quick. Like, I didn't have time to talk to everybody. And the last thing I remember was hearing that the original Kibo, we were all voting for Michael and everyone else was going to vote for Danielle. Now, I was trying to get in the room with Robin. Robin is my right-hand man. So I needed to talk to him and see what we wanted to do, because honestly, it was the perfect time to make a big move, but I didn't know where the votes were. Like I said, I didn't even know that Danielle was really on the table until kind of last minute, and I still couldn't get in a room with him. So when we got to Crossroads, I was thinking about voting Danielle, making a big move, stirring up the pot, but we didn't have the votes. Even if I would have voted for Danielle, someone voted for Robin from their party. Good thing that I didn't vote for Danielle, because it would have looked real sus. So Michael ended up going home. After that vote, in my head, it's time to start making big moves. It's time to start getting these threats out. And I'm honestly surprised that nobody, like Lainey, kind of started to catch on and notice that I'm a big threat. She named it. She named an alliance of 3 between me, Sneha, and Danielle, which we really, like, us 3 really aren't in the alliance. We're cool. We always vote together, but we're really not that alliance. My main person that I'm in the alliance with is Robin, which I don't think nobody has caught on to, which is crazy. It'll be Robin, then Robin, Ariana, Sneha, Danielle, which I don't know what they're thinking, but I don't know. So when I get back to base camp, I got my work cut out for me. We did just have round 3, and Lainey ended up winning individual immunity. So I could possibly be going home the next vote. So I need to go back and talk to the original Kibo, see what's going on. I really need to talk to Robin, because I haven't gotten to get in the room with him, us 2 alone, this entire time. So tomorrow we'll see how everything plans out. But all I know is that tonight it's time to look for a compass.
Yo, what a freaking night. This game is so fast, and your boy is not in a good position right now in the game. Obviously, I think of myself as in the middle, but this game right now is definitely skewed towards old Kibo, so that's basically not my way. So I'm in a precarious situation. Obviously, it could be worse, because I'm still kind of in the middle, and I have decent relationships, I think, with the old Kibo. But it's not great. It's not looking great for old Shira. I still have to play it old Shira strong, at least for now. But obviously, old Shira is dead. They should have just called it Kibo at this point, really. When the last few cycles happened, we lost Lindsay, we lost Austin. It was very strictly down the old party lines. I figured out that was what's going to happen. I'm happy to know that Austin went out with a bang, that he fought for his life. Honestly, it's very disappointing to know, because not only would it be good to have a close ally, but it would also have been good number-wise. Now, Austin was my day 1, and I've been saying that since day 1, but I've also been saying from day 0 that I had people I had great connections with. So right now is the time to really rely on these connections. Obviously, we've been away for a long time, but hopefully I can work with that to make something happen. And the fact that they didn't go for me right away is kind of promising, because honestly, I probably would have gone for me if I was in their position, and I didn't have a relationship with myself. This is getting confusing, but you're getting what I'm saying, right? If there was someone like me on the other side, and I was in the position that old Kibo is right now, I would have gone for the equivalent of me, basically. That was really confusing. But the point is, they didn't go for me, so that means that they must somewhat like me. They must see that to a certain point that they can work with me. I think Robin specifically definitely wants to have that shield, that buffer right now, and I'm totally fine with being that, because I kind of want to work with bigger targets also right now, because I feel like that's the way I can weasel my way in That being said, there are definitely people that I really want to get rid of. And at the top of that list is Danielle. First Danielle, and then a toss-up between Trent and Arliana. Trent is because I never really trusted him. I had to work with him. And you know what? We worked relatively well together, but I never really trusted him. And I think aligning myself fully with him right now is just basically like signing a death sentence. That being said, he's a smart cookie, so I gotta be aware of that, like, you know, compass plays and stuff like that. And Arliana, like, totally on my end, miscalculated. I should have invested a little bit more time with her at first, but when she first was abducted and all that, but I didn't, and that's on me. Was it abducted? Anyways, whatever. This, like, cycles are blending into, like, you know, like, every round is blending into one at this point. But yeah, no, but super sad to see Austin go, then, and before that, Lindsay go. But you know what? This is the name of the game, and I've made it so far. I've made it to Rendezvous, so I'm excited, and it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. So, yeah. I'm excited about my day zeros because I think I can work with that, and I'm definitely gonna keep working with that. Jordan, Sneha, and Robin. Yeah. Wow. I really thought that I'd be able to rely a little bit more on my charm, but this is more about relying on my, like, read on people more than anything else. And I don't feel like my read on people has been turned totally wrong, but I haven't been able to orchestrate everything the way I wanted it. Obviously, it's not just I was playing with other people. Now it's an individual game, so now is the time I need to prove myself. In fact, I'm already started thinking about jury, playing to the jury, and started thinking about jury, because that's how you need to start doing that right away, because in my opinion, that's how you prepare a winning game. You don't wait till the end to start talking about jury. And I think we started talking about that at CrossFit, and some people didn't get it. I think Arliana didn't get what we were trying to say in that sense, what I was trying to say in that sense. Or maybe she just has a different approach and different perspective, which is totally fine. I don't think Lainey gets that either. Poor Michael's out. But you know what? I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's okay for me. But yeah, I'm happy Lainey won that last one. Hopefully she can pull through with this freaking compass and play on me, or, like, you know, we can try to do something with that tomorrow. We just to even it out a little bit. I don't like it being so, you know, skewed one way. But then again, like, I gotta get rid of Danielle. Anyways, I feel like I'm noticing my lazy eye starting to make an appearance. I think that's my cue to call it for a night. Call it for the night. Yeah, it's a crazy game, but I'm super excited. I'm super happy to be here. So you know what? We're gonna keep doing this, baby. We're gonna keep doing this, baby. See you tomorrow.
So it is the day after day 3. The first vote of day 3, which was still with Shira, was pretty easy. I honestly had no qualms about who was gonna go home. I honestly, at this point, wish it was Arliana, but I was fine with Jon Snow because I was a little bit worried about him kind of flip-flopping a bit, and that's a little bit worrisome in a game like this. And, you know, I was all good with it. I was fine with either way. We were gonna try and make it a tie in case one of them had a compass, but luckily neither of them did, and then Robin ended up voting, which saved Arliana. So then we hit the rendezvous, and I knew we were screwed. We had 3 people that were pretty loyal to each other, and then there's 5 people on the other side that are also loyal to each other. So, you know, when you look at the numbers, it's not in our favor. We were not okie dokie. And I was talking to Michael, and I basically told him that I got the 4th clue for the idol. And so I was like, we should start looking, and whoever is not safe, I will play it on them. And then, you know, at least we have some leverage with the numbers, and at least at that point, I mean, we wouldn't be on an even playing field, but
we would have some leverage, I guess. And I didn't end up finding it until later. And like Ariana pitched to me that they were voting out Carl, and I was like, all right, like, but I didn't understand why she was telling me that, because I was like, why are you telling me this? Because you obviously know I'm pretty close with Carl. And I kind of wish I talked to Carl before tribal, but the second that we sat, like maybe 3 minutes in to Crossroads, I realized it was me or Michael, hands down. And I was like, if they're smart, they split the votes, or it's just gonna be all me or all Michael. So I got a little bit worried, and it ended up being Michael. And I thought to myself, I'm like, why didn't they split the votes? Because Robin knew and Ariana knew that I had 4 clues to the idols, or to the compass, and they just completely disregarded that. And they didn't know if I found it. I could have easily have found it, and like, you know, I could have played it on Michael, I could have played it on myself, and you could have just flushed out an idol, but obviously I didn't have it. But, you know, as a safety precaution, isn't that what you do? Like, I don't really get it. So we go into the next exemption challenge, and I ended up winning exemption. And then we stopped for the night, and I told myself I was not going to stop looking for that compass. And I searched far and wide all over the internet, and I finally found it. And I could not tell you how much it helped and just relieved me. And obviously, yes, I'm immune at the next Crossroads, but I drew a little graph for you. Okay, so we've got me, who is immune. We've got Trent, who is just kind of there, and Carl. And I have the compass. So I could use the compass on Carl, which is most likely going to be their next vote. So then we have the whole Kibo tribe. And so we have Ariana, Robin, Jordan, Sneha, and Danielle. So all 3 of us put our votes on Ariana, because Ariana and Robin, even if they don't want to admit it, are on the bottom too. So we put all 3 of our votes on Ariana. Their votes, which would be all either canceled because they're too dumb to split the vote, or it's a 2-3 split with Carl as the 3 votes, we still have the majority. So then we have Robin, Jordan, Sneha, Danielle, and so we end up with this whole side. And so, as Robin said, Jordan and Sneha and Danielle are all really close. Robin is currently on the outside, and obviously he will be the first to go. So if we can bring him, we would have the numbers, we'd be able to get those 3 out, and we would be a-okay. Now, the issue here is, I don't know if they're gonna vote out Trent or if they're gonna vote out Carl. If they're smart, they go for Carl. But based on the last vote, it could be either way. Because, I mean, they probably should have split the vote between me and Michael, but we just forgot about that whole tactic. But I want to get the vibes when we start to strategize and see how they're going to vote. I'm not going to trust a word out of Ariana's mouth. I don't trust her. And if she tells me Trent, it's probably Carl. So I'm going to talk to all of them and kind of get the vibe of what's happening. And basically the goal is to put Robin on the bottom of their Kibo alliance. And hopefully that'll kind of wake him up a little bit, open his eyes and realize, hey, like, I'm going to be first out. Because, like, honestly, I would take Robin to the final 3. He's not doing anything. Like, he's an easy drag to the final 3. So I feel like we're better off kind of taking that step rather than me keeping the compass for myself. Because even though I'm worried about playing it for somebody else, if like we want to play a numbers game, so be it. Let's play a numbers game.
All right, day 3. So made the rendezvous. First challenge was the memory challenge. Jordan won, exemption there. So Shira tribe was outnumbered, and I got voted out. I think I made a couple mistakes. Well, one that I probably could have done better, but also like in this accelerated game, we really didn't have a lot of time, was I didn't get a chance to talk to a lot of the new people once we did the rendezvous. It just wasn't, I wanted to make sure we were set with our original Shira tribe, and I think that hurt me because they all voted against me, obviously. But the other thing, which at the time I wasn't sure, it was a quick decision I had to make, and it could have gone differently, but also it could have been the same result. So at the final vote before the rendezvous, so when we were still on Shira, it was basically Arliana or Jon Snow, and Robin came over and was able to listen in and sit in our crossroads. And so our plan, me, Trent, Lainey, and Carl, our plan was to split the vote between Arliana and Jon Snow, so that if either of them had a compass, the other one would still have votes, and one of them would go home. Robin decided that he was going to vote, and it was at the last second. So basically, Docs just asked Robin if he wanted to vote. He said yes. He said, okay, let's go vote. We didn't have a chance to kind of discuss our strategy there, which I mean is the point, but it sucks because I was still thinking I could have switched and voted Arliana, and that would have guaranteed that she went home and Jon Snow would have been on our side, which I think would have helped once we went to the rendezvous. I think Jon Snow would have been a little more loyal. But also, if I had switched my vote and someone else from Shira had switched their vote because they were thinking the same thing I was, those votes would have just canceled each other out and we would have been in the same position anyway. So I don't think it was a mistake. It was just a decision, that split-second decision, really, that it just didn't turn out in my favor. But I had a really fun time. I'm on the jury, so I'll still get to listen in. Hopefully, maybe there's way to get back into the game. Hopefully they're throwing another twist in there, and that'd be nice. But yeah.
All right, day I don't know what of Expedition Online. Update, still no compass. We were asked if we wanted to, we ran a little bit late tonight, and we were asked if we wanted to stay and finish out Crossroads, or if we wanted to stop for the night and resume tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only one who said resume tomorrow, and the simple reason for that is that I think that there are 3 options right now at this point for me, which is stay true to my original alliance, flip, or it could be me that goes. So I needed some time to reflect on everything. If we backtrack a little bit, we can go all the way back to the spoon challenge, which I did pretty well in, and we were fortunate enough to win, which was great because I don't know what we would have done. I do know what we would have done. We would have gotten rid of Danielle probably, but it would have been tough. So I'm happy that they lost a number at the next Crossroads. But it didn't end there for me because I was abducted. So I went over to the other side. I linked up with Carl, which was cool. I talked to Lainey very, very shortly. I talked to Michael a little bit. And basically they, at Crossroads, were deciding between John and Arliana. I wanted Arliana to stay. I felt like the vote was swaying a little bit towards John. So I gave up my exemption and got the right to vote. I came to find out later on that their plan was to split the vote in case either Arliana or John had the idol, or had the, in case John or Arliana had the compass. So, fortunately for me, they went 3-3. I was the tiebreaker and John went home. I just don't think he was trustworthy. I think that at this point, I have to kind of come to grips with the fact that I'm playing a very simple, straightforward game of control. I feel like every vote so far, first of all, I've been on the right side of the vote, and second of all, I've kind of pushed for a person to go home, and that person's gone home every time. I'm hoping to keep that going. So the fact that I made that move and got rid of John was great. And there was some talk today about resume building, and I think that that could be the first notch on my resume, so that's great. Next up was the Rendezvous. So we got put together 5 original Kibo and 5 original Shira. We did the memory game, which I just got destroyed on. Jordan won, she got immunity, we went back to camp. And I got pitched some stuff from Lainey and Michael, and they wanted to go after Danielle. They seem to think, either they think she's a weak link, or that, like, she's some sort of big player in the game, which, unless I'm missing something, I don't really think she is, so that kind of fell on deaf ears. I think there's going to be a little bit of tension between Arliana and Lainey because it got a little bit heated at Crossroads. But in the end, Michael ended up going home. I got a vote. I don't know from who. I don't know if I really care that much, just because I know that the 5 of us went for Michael, and that's all I'm really concerned with right now. The vote either came from Lainey, Michael, Trent, or Carl, I think. But I'm not going to really waste any energy trying to figure out who the vote was. And then after that, we did the rolling the ping pong ball into the solo cups. I sucked again, but I kind of came to a realization that, like, maybe it's not that bad that I'm doing so poorly in these competitions. I expected to be good at challenges, but I really have not been, and I think that's okay. I think that people have been talking about people who are good in challenges, and my name's never going to come up in that scenario. So that might actually be something that's good for me. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to deliberate, and then we're going to see who we're going to get rid of. Lainey won exemption, so it's going to be either myself, Jordan, Sneha, Arliana, Danielle, Carl, or Trent. I think that my side is going to push for Carl. I just don't know. I don't know if I want to keep Carl. I don't know if I want to go against my alliance. I don't know if it's a good idea to pick someone off from our side. I'm having a lot of thoughts, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to stop tonight. And then the other reason is that I now have 5 clues for the compass. I have the 2 original clues that were given to our entire tribe. I was given a clue today because I was abducted to Shira, but I already had the clue because Jordan gave it to me. And then we all got another clue, which I already had because Danielle gave it to me. And then Danielle gave me a 5th clue. So I'm just collecting clues left and right, and I can't find anything. So I'm hoping that this extra time where we stopped will give me a little bit of time to reevaluate my options, figure out what I want to do going forward, and maybe, just maybe, find the compass. The last thing that's on my mind right now is, or the last thing that's important to me right now is we've started sending people to the jury. So Michael was the first jury member, and the next person to go is also going to be jury. So we really need to be careful, or I really need to be careful who we send and how we send them there, because I don't want anyone bitter on the jury. I'm really trying to play up the whole, I'm relaxed, I'm chill, it's just a game, no big deal, who cares? Because if I make it to the end, I'm hoping that that's kind of like a culture that we've cultivated and that the jury won't be very bitter. So, you know, a lot of balls in the air. But right now I feel okay. As I've said, every single time I'm having fun, and I'm looking forward to coming back to deliberate and go to Crossroads tomorrow.
Made it through another day. Well, hopefully. We go right into Crossroads tomorrow. So I hope I made it through another day. But for now, day 3, we had 3 challenges, 2 Crossroads, a merge. It was a hefty day. We started with our first challenge, and it was party against party, Kibo against Shira. Kibo pulled through, and we won. So we did not have to go to Crossroads. Shira got to abduct somebody from the Kibo tribe to join the Shira tribe party, and join the Crossroads. And they chose Robin, and Robin worked his magic and saved Arliana from elimination, which is exactly what we wanted, because Jon Snow was not somebody Jordan, myself, Danielle, or Robin or Arliana could ever work with. So it had to be Arliana it had to be Jon Snow, or we were screwed. And Robin gave up his exemption and decided to vote and it worked, and Jon Snow got eliminated. And then we had Arliana stay. And I mean, I am super pumped that Arliana is staying. Arliana and Jordan are my they're the people that I want to work with till the end. They're my top alliance. They're my final 3 till the end. Arliana and Jordan. So now that Arliana is back with us and it is a rendezvous, we're one party, we can make it. We can potentially do this if we keep playing the way that we're playing, and take out the right people at the right time. I think we can make it to the end. We got to the first Crossroads, and I mean, it was interesting because it was the first time I talked to Trent ever, and I got nothing from him, and it was hard to have a conversation. So like, I know Trent is not somebody I can work with. He just does not speak game to me. There's nothing I can go off with what he's saying, but I do appreciate that he said that he is loyal, and whatever you tell him doesn't go to other people. So I appreciate that, and I can appreciate a trustworthy person. But he's at the bottom of... With the rendezvous, we have 5 original Kibo against 4 original Shira. And Kibo has stayed strong this entire time, and there was no reason for us to back out now. So we took out one of the Shira, and it happened to be Michael. It sucks. It was nothing against him. I mean, I barely talked to Michael. He joined the Kibo party at one point just for a little bit, but even then, there was no conversation there. So it's no hard feelings, but it's just part of the game. Unfortunately, Michael was eliminated, but Lainey was throwing my name out there, saying that I'm at the top of the Kibo party with Jordan and Danielle, when in my mind, I think it's Arliana and Jordan at the top. Like, they have connections with everybody in the Kibo party. And then Robin, and then myself and Danielle. So it's weird that she said that
I'm at the top. And I've barely talked to Lainey since day 0. So it's even during Crossroads today. Lainey and I didn't even have a conversation. So it's just weird that she said that I'm at the top when she had no I wasn't even the one who made the decision on who Michael went out. So it's currently the person who's making all the decisions is Robin, which is why I think Robin is a big threat to my game. And I need to eliminate Robin. But people in the Shira tribe are also big threats to me. Like Carl is a big threat. He is a sociable person. Everybody likes him. Nobody wants to eliminate him. He's a strong player. He can compete. So Carl's a big threat. And Trent today during the first challenge, the second challenge, he almost beat Jordan. And so he's a big threat too. So I feel like it has to be Trent, then Carl, then Robin, then Lainey, and then Danielle, myself, Arliana, and Jordan need to make it to Final 4. And then, Arliana and Jordan are my girls, and I want the 3 of us to be at the end. So that's hopefully how it works out for me, but we'll see what Crossroads will be like tomorrow. Lainey just won an exemption. And I think it's good that she won because I feel like she would have been the next target. But now it's between Carl and Trent. And I'll be interested to see what Robin says. Because I feel like Robin has a really good bond with both of those boys. So I'll see. I want to see what Robin says tomorrow. But I think it might be Trent's time to go next, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see Crossroads tomorrow. I'm worried that now that we have so much more time between now and tomorrow for Crossroads, that people are going to find advantages. If a compass is found, that could be hurtful to all of our games. All of ours meaning Kibo Party, if it's found by the Shira party. So we'll see. We'll see what Crossroads will be like tomorrow, and then the rest of the challenges tomorrow. Hopefully I pull some wins. Jordan's been doing really well, and that's something I need to think about too. As much as Jordan's one of my number 1 girls, she's also a comp beast so far. So there's a lot of things I need to think about. So I'll ponder and come back to you.
Hey everyone, let me tell you, today was an interesting day, no doubt about it. Yeah, I call today the saga of Jon Snow. Let me tell you something. We lost our mini challenge, and it was my fault. I had practiced that challenge. Carrying the ping pong balls with the spoon and setting it on top of the cups. I was doing so good in practice, and then, lo and behold, I blew it. And cost us a challenge. It got down to the last 2 people, and I got passed up, and I lost it for my team. Had it close several times. I was close to getting it on there, and just blew it. So anyway, I lost the lead. So bad day for yours truly. I think my tribe's probably pretty mad at me, but anyway, nothing I can do about it. And then we go to a vote, and it comes out that Jon Snow and Danielle have played a game of Big Brother together. But let me tell you something. He is no big brother to her. They do not like each other. He let that known loud and clear that he does not like her. That she got him voted out and all this on and on and on. This big drama show. But anyway, I don't know if he's trying to save himself or whether they really don't like each other. But if they don't hate each other, he's a great actor, let me tell you. So anyway, that was the saga of Jon Snow. So we're going to vote, and at the last second, Robin decides he's going to jump in and vote. And I really think it was a 4-3 vote to vote Jon Snow out, and I'm 100% sure that he was the deciding vote in kicking Jon out. So much for my Canadian conspiracy theory, which I was sure I was right about, but apparently I'm not. So now, I guess I can sing "Oh Canada" now and be completely happy and fine with that, because the Canadians are not coming to get me now. So anyway, I can eat maple syrup again and all that good stuff. So anyway, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, so that's good. But we're technically still down 6-5 if we go to a rendezvous. So we'll have to see what tomorrow brings. But anyway, overall, we're down to 9. I'm still here. I'm still happy. So I'm sure tomorrow's a new day and it'll bring about another challenge. But hey, I'm happy to be here. All right. See ya tomorrow. Well, greetings. Back again for another day. I'm excited. Today was a tough day. Really difficult. I think I'm in a really bad spot. First, we had a challenge to see who would win immunity, and unfortunately, it was not me. I lost a heartbreaker to Jordan. Jordan is just off the charts smart. She's smarter than I am. I just could not. It got down to the final 2 of us, and I got to confess something to y'all. I guessed right like 3 or 4 times in that Joker challenge to stay alive, and then on the last one, my brain completely was fried. I went completely blank, and I just could not remember the answer, and she beat me. So, oh well. Good job, Jordan. You're just off the charts smart. So, I haven't told anybody yet, but I'm about to get my PhD, but I don't want anybody to know that because I don't want to put a target on myself. I've kind of kept that information private, so I don't want them thinking I'm super smart, but I'm afraid after that challenge they're going to think I'm pretty smart, which, I mean, you know, we'll see, you know. But anyway, I tried. I just could not take it. Could not take her. She just, whew, she's a machine. But anyway, so I'm vulnerable at Crossroads, and but I made a really good connection with a couple of people on the other team, and I think that, you know, we've got a good relationship with Ariana and Danielle. So it goes to a vote, and they had kind of tipped me off that it was going to be Michael, and they did. They kept their word to me, and I'm keeping my word to them because I would not vote for either one of them. I threw a vote at Robin because I think Robin's probably the shaky member over there who's most likely to flip on them. So, and then after another challenge, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, the next time I go to Crossroads, you know, they're my original group. We are definitely in the minority, and I think I'm on the bottom of that group. So I am really going to have to play like a wild man to get out of this hole. But anyway, we shall see, because tomorrow is a new day, and we're down to 8 people. And, you know, as long as I'm here, I'm going to play hard and do my very best. And we'll see. We'll see. But hey, so far so good, and I'm having a blast. This game is just super fun, and I hope I'm around for another day. But if I'm not, it's been fun and it's been great, and I'm going to have to work like a maniac to stay alive, because I'm definitely at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Well, there's no place else but up from here.